Kirtland Ma was born on a cold December 24, 1979, in the city of Scottsdale, east of Maricopa County, Arizona, United States. He is the beloved second child of Danny and Peggy Ma, a couple of Chinese descent. Kirtland's childhood unfolded in the warm embrace of normalcy. He was adored by his family, particularly his maternal grandparents, Jimmy Wing and Ellen Lee. With an affable demeanor and a smile that seemed to never fade, Kirtland had a knack for winning hearts wherever he went. His grandparents, Jimmy and Ellen, counted themselves fortunate to have such a delightful grandson in their lives. As Kirtland progressed through elementary school, his natural curiosity and aptitude for learning became evident. However, it was during his high school years that his academic prowess truly began to shine. Eager to expand his horizons, Kirtland immersed himself in advanced math classes outside of his regular school curriculum. It was on one of these afternoons, en route to class, that Kirtland's path intersected with destiny. He encountered Anne Chung, a fellow student attending a different school. In their brief exchange, Anne was captivated by Kirtland's kindness and quick wit. Likewise, Kirtland found himself drawn to Anne's charm and intelligence. From that moment on, their bond became unbreakable, and they embarked on a journey of friendship and companionship. As Kirtland and Anne began their junior year of high school together in Phoenix, their bond seemed unbreakable. However, fate had a curveball in store for them. Anne, unable to contain her feelings any longer, confessed to Kirtland that she believed he was her soulmate, deeply in love with him. But Kirtland's response shattered her hopes. He cared for her deeply, but only as a sister. Devastated, Anne struggled to come to terms with Kirtland's revelation. Yet she found the strength to rebuild her shattered heart, opting to preserve their cherished friendship. Despite the emotional turbulence, their bond remained steadfast. Meanwhile, Kirtland delved even deeper into his studies, his thirst for knowledge burning brighter than ever. His academic brilliance soon set him apart from his peers, culminating in a pivotal moment in 1997. The Scholastic Assessment Test loomed, a pivotal exam determining college admissions across the nation. In a display of his intellectual prowess, Kirtland achieved a score tantalizingly close to perfection, 1,600 points. This remarkable feat earned him the prestigious title of Presidential Scholar, marking him as one of the nation's brightest minds. But Kirtland was more than just a scholar. His life was a tapestry woven with positivity and purpose, proving that intelligence and ambition could coexist with a rich, fulfilling life. Kirtland's life was a delicate balance of dedication and joy. Alongside his academic pursuits, he thrived as a tennis player, participating enthusiastically in tournaments held at local universities. As 1998 dawned, Kirtland eagerly embraced the next chapter of his journey, university life. Yale University beckoned, nestled in the vibrant community of New Haven, Connecticut, where he embarked on a major in American studies. Settling into campus life, Kirtland found himself sharing a room with Michael Guzman, sparking a profound friendship. Michael admired Kirtland's unwavering support and genuine compassion, qualities that endeared him to many. With his calm demeanor and kind heart, Kirtland effortlessly connected with his peers, earning their admiration and friendship. Even as Kirtland's circle of friends expanded, he remained close with Anne, despite the physical distance between them. In one candid conversation, Anne probed Kirtland's silence on his romantic life, suspecting it was to spare her feelings. However, Kirtland surprised her with a heartfelt confession. He simply wasn't attracted to women. Anne, taken aback, struggled to comprehend, but with patience and understanding, Kirtland shared his truth, finding solace in their unconditional friendship. As Kirtland delved deeper into his studies, his senior thesis became a deeply personal tribute to his heritage. The History of Chinese Food in America. His work garnered acclaim, earning him the prestigious Henry Hayes Award for his exploration of Asian American experiences. Upon earning his bachelor's degree in 2002, Kirtland embarked on a journey to fulfill his dreams, teaching English in China and immersing himself in Spanish culture through a cultural exchange program in Spain. Kirtland found clarity about his future path. Driven by a calling to serve, he returned to Yale University, this time pursuing a career in medicine. His graduate thesis on Chinese medicine's application in HIV patients in Hong Kong showcased his dedication to healing. By 2008, Kirtland found himself in Manhattan, beginning his residency in emergency medicine, a culmination of his lifelong dedication to making a difference in people's lives. In the heart of the Bronx, amidst the hustle and bustle of Jacobi and Montefiore hospitals, Kirtland's internship unfolded like a gripping medical drama. It was here that he forged an unbreakable bond with nurse Christian Sipiaco, their friendship a beacon of support in the chaotic world of healthcare. Together, Kirtland and Christian embarked on a noble mission, volunteering with a coalition of medical professionals dedicated to educating New York City's LGBTQ+ community about the dangers of substance abuse and unprotected sex. Their tireless efforts aimed to empower and protect, shining a light on vital health issues often overlooked. But Kirtland's impact extended beyond the hospital walls. Armed with his sharp clinical instincts, he astounded colleagues and patients alike with a diagnosis that stumped even the most seasoned professionals, a rare case of fish-related intoxication. The medical marvel earned him a glowing mention in the esteemed pages of the New York Times, cementing his reputation as a rising star in the medical world. Yet amidst his professional triumphs, Kirtland's social life blazed just as brightly. From elegant dinners to lively soirees, he navigated New York City's vibrant social scene with grace and charm. Amidst the throngs of people, one figure stood out: Andre Damian Davids. Born in the shadows of the city, Andre's life was shrouded in mystery. Introverted and enigmatic, he bore the weight of undisclosed health issues, navigating a complex maze of medications and treatments. Despite his reserved nature, Andre maintained a close bond with his sister, a testament to his capacity for trust and loyalty. As Kirtland's world collided with Andre's, sparks flew, igniting a connection that defied explanation. Yet beneath the surface, shadows lingered, threatening to eclipse their newfound happiness. With each twist and turn, Kirtland and Andre embarked on a journey fraught with challenges, testing the limits of their love and resilience. Despite their contrasting personalities, a magnetic attraction drew Kirtland and Andre together, blossoming into a clandestine romance. However, Kirtland opted to keep their love under wraps, shielding it from the prying eyes of friends and family. As Kirtland neared the end of his grueling residency, a yearning for respite from the bustling cityscape of New York gripped him. Longing to reconnect with his roots and loved ones, he made the bold decision to return to Arizona in July 2012. Settling in with his parents, Peggy and Danny, Kirtland embraced the warmth of family and the promise of a fresh start in his hometown, sharing his joyous homecoming on social media. Despite the geographical distance, Kirtland's bond with Andre remained steadfast, their connection transcending miles and time zones. Kirtland juggled his newfound life in Arizona with regular visits to New York, where he reunited with friends and cherished moments with Andre by his side. Yet the pull of Arizona proved irresistible for Andre, who made the life-changing decision to relocate in 2013, closing the physical gap between them. With Andre now by his side in Arizona, Kirtland's world felt complete, their love story transcending borders and obstacles. In September of that eventful year, Kirtland took a bold step forward, sharing a photo of himself and Andre on social media, officially declaring their relationship to the world. The news caught his friend Christian off guard, yet he and Kirtland's other friends warmly welcomed Andre into their fold. However, from the outset, Andre's reluctance to integrate into Kirtland's social circle was evident. Despite their efforts to include him, Andre seemed disinterested, his jealousy over Kirtland's friendships palpable. As time passed, his possessiveness intensified, reaching a point where he even requested Kirtland to refrain from spending time with his friends. But Kirtland, ever the optimist, refused to let Andre's insecurities dim his spirit. Instead, he remained resolute in pursuing his personal goals, including plans to travel with Christian. Fueled by the hope of a fresh start, Kirtland envisioned a future in California, a place known for its inclusive culture and vibrant LGBTQ+ community. Excited by the prospect of a new beginning, Kirtland eagerly shared his aspirations with Anne, ensuring she knew that Andre was an integral part of their plans. With unwavering determination and a heart full of optimism, Kirtland embraced the promise of tomorrow, confident that love would conquer all. Under the radiant California skies, Kirtland's dream finally materialized. Securing a position at Gardena Hospital, he felt a surge of excitement at the prospect of becoming more involved in the vibrant LGBTQ+ community that thrived in the Golden State. With his trademark enthusiasm, Kirtland was eager to make a difference and embrace his newfound home. In February 2014, the couple settled into a charming apartment on Palm Avenue in the lively neighborhood of West Hollywood, renowned for its bustling nightlife. However, Kirtland's elation was short-lived as tensions simmered beneath the surface, casting a shadow over their once promising future. Amidst the chaos of conflicting emotions, Kirtland embarked on a journey of self-reflection during a trip to Japan. Upon his return, he confronted the harsh reality that harmony remained elusive, and the fissures in their relationship had deepened irreparably. As the clock ticked towards a fateful Saturday evening on March 28, 2014, Kirtland knew the time had come for a conversation that could no longer be avoided. With a heavy heart, he broached the subject, expressing his discontent with the trajectory of their relationship and contemplating the possibility of dating others. Andre's refusal to entertain the notion of separation ignited a volatile confrontation, transforming a simple conversation into a heated argument in the blink of an eye. As tensions reached a boiling point, both men found themselves grappling with the gravity of the situation. In a desperate attempt to assert dominance, each seized a knife from the kitchen, escalating the conflict to a dangerous level. Despite Kirtland's efforts to diffuse the tension, Andre remained unyielding, consumed by a frenzy of emotions. In a chilling turn of events, Andre, driven by a potent cocktail of anger and desperation, brandished the weapon and launched a savage attack on Kirtland, inflicting fatal wounds until he lay motionless. With the weight of his actions sinking in, Andre's panicked mind sought refuge in his sister's counsel, masking the true horror of the situation in a desperate plea for help. Sensing the urgency of the situation, Andre's sister wasted no time in alerting the authorities, fearing for her brother's safety. As the authorities descended upon the scene, the chilling silence of the apartment belied the horror that had unfolded within its walls. With each passing moment, the grim reality of the situation became increasingly apparent, prompting a desperate search for answers. On that Saturday afternoon, March 29, 2014, the clock ticked ominously towards 5 p.m. as authorities converged on the scene, their urgency palpable. With determined force, they breached the sanctuary of the home, confronting a scene of unimaginable horror. Inside, amidst the eerie silence, Kirtland's lifeless form lay on the cold kitchen floor. an indelible image etched in the minds of those who bore witness. The weight of tragedy hung heavy in the air, a chilling reminder of the violence that had shattered the peace of that fateful day. Yet, amidst the stark tableau, another chilling discovery awaited. In the bathroom, André sat wounded in the tub, a knife clutched in his trembling hand as he teetered on the edge of despair. Beside him lay a cell phone and a bottle of pills, silent witnesses to the turmoil that had engulfed him. With swift precision, an officer ensured André's immediate safety, ushering in the intervention of fire department personnel who delicately extricated him from the perilous situation. Rushed to the hospital to address his injuries, André's physical wounds bore witness to the depth of his anguish. Meanwhile, as paramedics approached Kirtland's lifeless body, their efforts to revive him were met with grim realization. Despite their best efforts, there was nothing more they could do. As the clock neared 7 p.m., the coroner's solemn pronouncement confirmed Kirtland's tragic fate, an innocent victim of unfathomable violence. His body was somberly transported to the morgue, where an autopsy laid bare the brutality of André's attack, a stark testament to the depths of human depravity. The gruesome details of Kirtland's murder sent shockwaves through the community. With 40 stab wounds and the unsettling revelation that pills were inserted into the wounds, the brutality of the crime left investigators reeling. It was clear that the assailant had unleashed a wave of violence using various kitchen instruments. Lieutenant John Carina, tasked with leading the homicide department, arrived on the scene to find André as the primary suspect in what appeared to be a crime of passion. As the investigation unfolded, André's toxicology report revealed traces of narcotics in his system, further complicating the already tragic narrative. During questioning at the hospital, André, overwhelmed with remorse, confessed to the crime, providing chilling details of the events that led to Kirtland's death. His admission of guilt and sincere remorse painted a bleak picture of the devastation wrought by his actions. By Sunday, March 30th, 2014, André found himself in custody, charged with murder with the use of a deadly weapon and held on a staggering $1 million bail. His arrest sent shockwaves through the media, captivating audiences and prompting widespread scrutiny of the tragic events. As the investigation continued, the apartment complex became the center of another violent incident, leaving residents gripped by fear and uncertainty. The proximity of these horrifying events left many questioning their safety, prompting some to reconsider their living arrangements in the wake of the bloodshed that had stained their community. The trial against André unfolded in December 2015, with charges ranging from voluntary manslaughter to second-degree murder. The prosecution faced the daunting task of establishing the nature of André's crime, whether it stemmed from express or implied malice, a critical distinction under California law that could significantly impact the severity of the charges and potential penalties. In a poignant display of grief and anguish, Kirtland's family initially urged prosecutors to pursue the more severe charge, which carried the weight of a possible life sentence. However, defense attorneys presented a compelling narrative, highlighting André's history of nonviolence and arguing that his actions were influenced by diminished mental capacity due to substance abuse. Deploying the age-old defense of crime of passion, the defense painted a picture of a man driven to his breaking point by feelings of betrayal and heartache. With André's history of prescription drug use and Kirtland's expressed desire to end the relationship, the defense posited that intense emotions may have clouded his judgment, leading to a spontaneous act rather than premeditated murder. In a courtroom fraught with emotion, the jury ultimately rendered a verdict of involuntary manslaughter on December 17, 2015. As the sentencing hearing unfolded weeks later, Kirtland's older brother, Wayland, seized the opportunity to confront André. his words dripping with raw emotion and unbridled pain. He expressed his fervent wish that the weight of Andrei's actions would haunt him for the rest of his days, a haunting reminder of the irreparable harm inflicted upon their family. In a moment of profound vulnerability, Wayland's impassioned plea served as a poignant reminder of the enduring impact of Andrei's actions, a stark testament to the unyielding bond of love and loss that transcends the confines of a courtroom. The aftermath of Andrei's trial stirred a storm of controversy and outrage within the community. Despite being convicted of involuntary manslaughter, a charge carrying a potential sentence of 3 to 11 years, Judge Mark sentenced him to the maximum allowable 11 years behind bars, with an additional year tacked on for the use of a deadly weapon. This decision sparked widespread condemnation, with many decrying the perceived leniency of the sentence for such a brutal and heinous crime. Calls for a new judicial process to seek harsher punishment echoed throughout the community, fueled by the lingering memory of the ruthlessness with which Andrei had acted. However, the principles enshrined in the U.S. Constitution, specifically the Fifth Amendment's prohibition against double jeopardy, rendered a second trial impossible. Despite fervent efforts from Andrei's legal team to appeal the sentence and secure a reduction, their plea fell on deaf ears. During the appeal hearing on November 17, 2016, Deputy District Attorney Michelle Janis left no stone unturned in painting a vivid and chilling picture of the crime scene. Describing it as one of the most gruesome she and the homicide detectives had encountered, Janis emphasized the severity of the violence inflicted upon the victim. In her closing argument, Janis underscored Andrei's status as a serious threat to society, leaving the three-judge panel with no doubts about the gravity of the situation they faced. Despite Andrei's plea for a reduced sentence, the haunting specter of his actions lingered in the courtroom, a stark reminder of the irreversible harm he had inflicted upon his victim and the community at large. As the appeal hearing drew to a close, the original sentence was upheld. The panel of judges, recognizing the callousness and brutality exhibited by Andrei during the commission of the crime, affirmed the trial court's decision to impose the maximum term of 11 years, with an additional year for the use of a deadly weapon. Despite fervent appeals for leniency, the severity of Andrei's actions left little room for clemency. Though Kirtland's physical presence may have departed, his memory continues to live on in the hearts of his loved ones. For Christian, the pain of loss remains profound and bitter, a testament to the enduring impact of Kirtland's absence. Yet amidst the grief, they find solace in memories of Kirtland's aversion to goodbyes, a trait that serves as a beacon of love and understanding in their darkest moments. Indeed, they believe that Kirtland's love transcends physical boundaries, an eternal energy that sustains them through their grief and keeps his memory alive. As they cherish the warmth of his smile and the kindness he shared with all he encountered, Kirtland's legacy endures, a reminder of the power of love to transcend even the darkest of circumstances.